Hello again and welcome to Paul's Racing Channel, sponsored by upshiftstore.co.uk and Hambridge Transport, and in association with digitalmotorsports.com. So this is round one of our new multi-class championship, coming to you from Sardegna on the road track A layout. So this is the grid, and I'll run through sort of some of the rules and regs in a minute, but this is the grid then. So we've got Wadru in pole position, we've got Too Fast in second, DJ third, Thomas fourth, Rodders in fifth, Ginger in sixth, Paul in seventh, Flash in eighth, Dyson ninth, Chuck in 10th, A2 in 11th, and Unforgiven in 12th. So multi-class, as I say, as you can see, we've got a mix of GT3s or GR3s and GT4s or GR4s. So in this particular round, with the 12 racers that we've got 6 and 6 actually, which is quite a nice round number, of course. But so basically, it's going to be it's one complete mixed race, but there's effectively going to be two races going on. So you're going to be having a race for the GT3s and a race for the GT4s effectively. Now each driver has to take turns in driving alternately each category of car. So they choose what they want to drive on the first race. It's two 30-minute races. So the first 30 minutes in whatever they choose, and then the second 30 minutes in the other one. So that's basically it. So let's get to this first race. As I say, first 30-minute race. And let's get this underway. The lights will be coming on now. Revs should be up. There they go. It'll be Wadru taking away the GT3 boys, or the whole grid, but it's the GT3 boys are up top here with Too Fast closely following him in second. And then we've got Rodders, Ginger and Thomas, and DJ in sixth. Coming around his first turn. Left hand up, Wadru's still out there, a little bit of coming together at the back there, but clean through there, Too Fast in that Corvette. And then just behind them is Thomas from Rodders, fighting it out. Thomas in that Lexus up the inside of the Viper of Rodders. He does get there, so Thomas end up to third place, chasing down Too Fast. Then we've got Rodders, as I say, fourth, DJ in fifth. And then Ginger sliding it round in the Viper there in sixth place. So there's your GT3s, and they're pulling away already, obviously. A little gap from the GT4 boys, who's here, being headed up at the moment by Paul in seventh, but effectively in first for that group. He's there in the Corvette. He's actually teammates to Too Fast. There is teammates here as well. So each teammate has to take the opposite car to what the other one is driving. Sounds confusing, it's probably the way I'm explaining it, to be fair, but it isn't really. You'll get the grips of it, I'm sure. There's Chuck in eighth, or in second in the group. And that lovely looking Ghostbusters green Porsche. And then this little battle here, look, there's 4 cars here. Unforgiven leading them in ninth. Oh, A2 going up the inside, bit of a lunge that from A2, goes very wide. And he goes out, and that's him back in 12th. Little mistake there. So Jay Dyson then takes advantage of that too, gets himself up to 9th place. So he's trying to go with Paul and Chuck. Dyson there in his Star Wars livery car, then the Marvel's car of, or Captain America, but it is Marvel, isn't it? Car of Unforgiven. He's up the inside, turn 1. Oh, little tag, fine, no problem. Up the inside then, goes into 9th place, nearly runs it wide, but keeps it on the black stuff. So it's going to be quite difficult this, to keep track on both races going on at the same time, but I'll do my best. So Dyson up the inside again, gets there, Chuck ahead of him, so he missed that one. There we are. Slides it round as Dyson keeps that 9th place, but flashing out right on the back of Unforgiven in that Viper. Really putting the pressure on Unforgiven. And then A2 after he's off at the back there. Just another little thing, as you've probably noticed by now maybe, there's all the cars are showing kind of movies of some kind. That is because the theme is movies, the driver's favourite movie effectively. So they'll all be sporting some kind of livery regarding those. So back up top then on the GT3 class, and Wadru pulling away now from Too Fast as he starts lap 3. Obviously these will be doing more laps around here than what the GT4 boys will be doing. Wadru there, Too Fast going with him in seconds, and these two just pulling away a small lead now, or a little gap away from Thomas there in 3rd place. Another one with the Marvel livery, but Iron Man this time. Great looking car, that one. And then DJ next up, with Rodders and Ginger close behind. Choose whatever car they want, as you can see. Oh, little tag, Ginger at the back there. But both teammates have to have the same car, same brand of car. Oh, and Rodders piling on the pressure on the back of DJ now. Looking to take that 4th place off him. And that final bend fast. Final bend there. Go flat through there and over to start lap 4. I mean, DJ's got police on there, not entirely sure. I'm assuming it's maybe police academy, I don't know, but whatever. He's got the police on there anyway, one way or another. Probably wrong there completely, but there you go. So Rodders in 5th place, Ginger in 6th. So there's your top 6 GT3s. And then Paul still there in 7th place. And he's putting away a little bit of a gap now from the rest, and from Chuck in 8th. There's Chuck, he's going with him, but these two are getting away from the main group behind them here. These 3 are certainly still battling. Dyson's got through to 9th. Oh, he was through anyway, wasn't he? He was in 9th anyway. So these 3 haven't really changed at all. A2 in the background with his yellow lights blazing now, trying to get on the back of these 3, but can't quite do it yet. Dyson then 9th, Unforgiven 10th. And Flash in 11th place. Unforgiven, have a look up the inside. No thought about it. Oh, Flash nearly hits the back of Unforgiven, that was very close. Maybe it looked worse than what it was, maybe. I thought he was going to plough straight into the back of Unforgiven. They probably tell you had it under control, but looked like it was going to be a big hit there. See what happens down here at the hairpin, left-hander. Clean through there. Good from them boys there. Can run a bit wide out there, you've got to be a little bit careful, quite easy to get your wheels on the grass. And then A2 back here. And that's Aston Martin doing all he can to try and get back onto him, but he's only 7 minutes in, so still got a fair way to go. So got a good chance, depends on what happens ahead of him of course, but back down there in 12th place. Remember, at the end of this they'll be switching cars, if you like, at half time, and they'll be going in the faster GT3s. So it's all different braking points, obviously different speeds, so quite difficult to adjust. So back up top then. And it's Wadru, A2's teammate. So we've got the 2 Aston Martins first and last effectively on track. But Wadru, as you'd expect, out there out front and looking comfortable. Too fast in second. Trying all he can and a bit more to see if he can squeeze a little bit more out of the power of that Corvette. There's no stops in this championship, should be able to go all the way through. They may require a little bit of fuel saving, especially in these GT3s, or only in these GT3s. The GT4 should be fine. So possibly, depending on the car, you might be able to get around without having to do it. Others, you certainly will have to maybe do a little bit of fuel saving, but just adds to the driver's strategy a little bit. So too fast in second. Thomas still there in third. And actually, looks like he's been caught slightly by this group behind. I say group. DJ's just detached himself slightly off the back of the others behind him, Rodders and Ginger, and he's the one trying to trace down Thomas now. And that Lexus. That's Thomas and the Lexus. Obviously this is the Porsche of DJ. So DJ there in fourth. Rodders going with him in fifth place. Difficult corner, that one. Just got to kind of, you can drop it down a gear or just ease off the throttle a bit. Try and hug that inside barrier as close as you possibly can without hitting it, obviously. And you can just about get round there without going on the grass. Fifth then for Rodders, and then Ginger in sixth place. I think he's a teammate of Flash. Or it could be the teammate of Rodders, who knows. But I think it's Flash. Paul still in seventh place. And looking pretty comfortable at the moment in that Corvette, and he is pulling away from the other GT4s at the moment, specifically Chuck there in eighth place, just coming around the corner there he is. And then that gaggle of cars behind them, so this is where the action is, isn't it? On track, everything else is pretty equal. Unforgiven's got up there into ninth, so he's took that spot off of Dyson. In fact, Dyson's dropped back down to behind Flash as well. And I think actually I got it wrong. I think it's Dyson who's Ginger's teammate. Up the inside goes Dyson, free aside up there, that don't work. Oh, a little nudge, oh, just not Unforgiven out. Well, there was a little nudge there. Will Dyson give that place back? Not sure. I don't think there's anything intentional in it, if I'm honest. Not that there ever is, but it did look like there was a slight little touch that just knocked the momentum out of Unforgiven. But no, it is all how it is. Looks like he's standing at ninth place, Dyson. So yeah, it's Dyson who's Ginger's teammate, and then you've got Flash who's Rodder's teammate. As these two are still battling it out, Unforgiven under pressure, and it's allowing A2 in the background now to close in. And Flash up the inside is going to take Unforgiven. He does a little lock up, but he gets there. Yeah, good clean move. As he manages to hold it, he does. So Unforgiven then drops down to 11th place. It'll stick with him. Fast through there, that's the one I was telling you about. Try and get as close as you can to that inside corner of the barrier. Unforgiven having a look again. There's a little bit of room left there from Flash, or a little twitch from Unforgiven, but didn't get there. And then A2 there at the back, and he has caught up, hasn't he? So you're pretty much back in the game now, with these three fighting ahead of him, giving that opportunity to catch up. So that's A2 there in 12th place, back up with the GT3 leaders, and it is still Wadro and they will get to the point where they'll be lapping or going through the field of GT4s during this race. So the GT4s have right of way, and it's up to the GT3s to pass them cleanly and where they can. The GT4s do not have to move out of the way for the GT3 class, so it's all about them getting their way through as they're the faster car. So Wadru first, Too Fast second. And then so them two really looking comfortable, and then Thomas still in third place, who's been on his own a little bit his first 14-15 minutes. Hasn't really been involved in any battles yet, so we're halfway through this first race already, pretty much, and already shaping up to be what's going to be a fantastic championship, I think. BJ in fourth has got away now from Brothers, who's in fifth place, and then Ginger in sixth. So all up, the GT3 boys are all separated by pretty much the same amount. They're all very spaced out there, not much happening. So the action is certainly with the GR4 boys. So there's Paul in seventh still, is under no pressure whatsoever, and in fact getting further away from the rest of that group. Seventh for him. Chuck in eighth. Dyson is now cleared off a little bit from Flash. He's taken up 10th, and actually A2's got through to 11th. That means that Unforgiven has made a mistake there somewhere, because he dropped to the back. So something's happened there. Can't see much in the way of scuffs on his car. So I wonder, he's obviously had a moment somewhere, maybe didn't hit anything, just ran wide perhaps somewhere, and slides it around there. So 12th place for Unforgiven. And actually the GT3 boys, here they come, because they are closing in behind. There's Wadru in the background, so he is not far behind Unforgiven there in 12th now. He is catching them, there they are. So 16 minutes in, and we're already starting to see the GT3 boys lap and get amongst the GT4s. So Wadru, let's just stay with him, see how he gets past and through this group. Unforgiven's his first target, if you like. Couldn't do it there. He's coming up to the straight. I mean, he'll probably get him along this bit here, actually. Unforgiven just stays to the right hand side. Yeah, just pulls over. So I'd pretty much give it to him, but didn't, if you know what I mean. So Wadru, there you go. Through now. I'm sure his teammate will certainly not make it hard for him to go through. He probably won't even be in his way. He'll just blast through past him and the others before turn one. There you go, through past Flash as well. So Wadru then making hay through the field. Too Fast still in second. Just working his way through the field now. Didn't make it there. He'll get round his right hander, then I'm sure he'll get the Unforgiven along this next little straight section. There you go, pulls out. Should get him up here at this left hand bend. Does easy round the outside. Oh, big hit from up Too Fast there. Sparks flying, but hang stopped him, has it? Look at that. Blast through past A2 as well. That's quick, that Corvette. Next target is Flash. Yeah, past him too. Into the braking point to the sharp left-hander. No problem whatsoever. So Too Fast in second. Thomas there in third. It just adds to that a little bit more excitement as well, where they've got to try and get themselves through the slower cars, and they're effectively the teammates as well. And here is Thomas going past his teammate, Unforgiven. Team Marvel. So Thomas in third still, on the road. DJ in fourth place. His teammate Chuck doing a good job in 8th/2nd. DJ will go past Unforgiven there, around the outside. So he's cleared him. Now it's Rodders there, still in 5th. So nothing's really changed in terms of positioning. Ginger in 6th place. Paul's still there in 7th, and Wadru's just going past him now. So Wadru making his way through and past Paul, there he goes. So he's cleared the entire GT4 group now. Doesn't change his position, of course, still first. Paul still in that 7th position and first in the group. Chuck in 8th. Thomas going past him now into the braking zone. Squiggle from Thomas, but he's gone past. And Dyson in 9th place still. And he's closing in on Chuck, it looks like, doesn't it? So Dyson looks like he's getting on the back of the payment of Chuck. 20 minutes in, so 10 minutes rest left of this first race. So plenty of time for Dyson to try and get that 8th place off of Chuck. DJ there, still in 4th place. And then we've got Flash in 10th. And Rodders, oh no, Rodders is not. Rodders is in the GT3, isn't it? I thought there was a battle there, but no, that's Rodders still in 5th place, Flash in 10th, still. Unforgiven in 11th, who's actually got back past A2, who's must have had another moment. So A2 seems like he's struggling a little bit in that GR4 Aston Martin. Obviously had 2 moments here in the first 20 minutes. On lap 12 now. Again, nearly runs wide a bit there. Wadru though, back to the front, he's pulling away and he's on his own out top there, out in 1st place. Too fast, still in 2nd. These two haven't been under any kind of pressure since the start really. Too fast just couldn't live with Wadru, but he'll certainly take the 2nd place if that's where he ends up for sure. He's got no pressure from Thomas behind, who's still in 3rd place. And again, I mean, the GT3's not really been any major battles going on, is there? Only really at the start, and that was only up to turn 1, and then once they kind of filtered out, it's all been sort of just sort of stationary and where they are really throughout. DJ, fourth. Oh, wide from DJ. Scrapes his paintwork down the right hand side. Just on that barrier there. Still got his mirror there, hasn't lost that, but it's quite a big scrape. Rodder's 5th place. Let's go back to that battle near the back there on the GT4s against Unforgiven and A2, and well, I thought there was a battle, but there isn't really, is there? They're all pretty much as they were. So Paul in 7th then. Oh, Rodders running right wide onto the dirt there. Just coming up to the back of Paul. I should get him up along this part here now. Rodders. Yeah, around the outside. Paul just stays to the right hand side there. Into the braking zone. 2nd gear. Chuck there in 8th. The Ginger trying to get past him. Ginger goes past there, easy really, runs a bit wide but easily done there. Dyson in 9th place, so he is sort of slowly catching Chuck, but maybe not as quick as I thought it was going to be when I last see them. It looks like he's not really gained much more. Into the last 5 minutes now of this first race. Flashing 10th. A lot of Vipers out there in this championship, so a lot of the guys deciding that Viper might be the car. Oh, and Flash wide, and does well to keep that on the track. Looks like he was going to lose it, and just behind them there's this little battle going on right at the back between Unforgiven and A2, and Unforgiven still there in 11th, but he's fighting to keep A2 behind him. A2 with, oh, looks to go up the inside. Probably would have been a little bit late and he got there, but I think Unforgiven was wise to it, knew what he was going to try. This is definitely the battle on the track, so I'm going to stick with this, I think, because everything else is as it was. As we come into these final few minutes, it's Unforgiven being chased down by A2 in that Aston Martin. Now is he going to get him up here? He's in a perfect position to just pull out onto the inside, looks for it. Unforgiven, is he going to... Oh, and another bit of a hit there, and yeah, A2 let him have it. Was a bit of a touch up the inside, and nearly took them both off, but he gave it back to Unforgiven. And still battling the way they were. So game on again. Not going to go up the inside there. So maybe the straight is the opportunity up here at turn 1 to sit behind Unforgiven now. If he can get close to him, I'm going to stick with it still. See if he can get into his slip come turn 1. It looks like he has, and he will. Unforgiven will do everything he can to defend and keep him behind him. Pulls out, A2 comes up the inside. And does he get there? Oh, and again, not giving it to him, Unforgiven. And another touch. They're similar, so really fighting to keep his 11th place is Unforgiven. Got every right to battle and not let him through. He's not blocking, so it's all fair. Tyres are beginning to wear on these cars. Fuel's not a problem. A2 though, still trying his hardest to get past Unforgiven. Now, another look up the inside. Is that drive up there? Has he got him? He's in now. I think he's got him. He does, but he's gone too wide. Unforgiven's going to get the switch back. He does get there, still gets there. What a great little battle here at the back. So Unforgiven absolutely not letting him have it. A2 just pushing a bit too hard and just going too deep into some of these corners, and they're both off where Unforgiven is. Oh, and A2 gets him. Yeah, that was a little error by Unforgiven. Way too hot in there. Bounces off the barrier. Lock up from A2. But keeps it. So A2, I think, has made that stick, that final, that 11th place, I should say. But Unforgiven, he hasn't given up. And he's going to be quick. That Lexus is going to be up the side of A2, and I think he's got there just, he has. So Unforgiven then takes that 11th place. So this is where the battle's going to be to the end. I've got to go and see the top though and the front boys just for a second, just to see, because we are on our final lap now for all of them. And just as I go to Wadru coming around that final bend, he's going to take victory here for race 1. Congratulations. Too Fast will get that 2nd place. Thomas coming around the final bend now will get 3rd, so there's your top 3. And DJ now in 4th place. Rodder's in 5th. And Ginger in 6th place. It's the last of the GT3s coming in. And then we've got the little race between, absolutely no fuel in Ginger's there, look at that. Paul coming in 7th place where he's been all race. He's coming 7th and to win the GT4 race, if you like. Chuck in 8th. Dyson did catch up a little bit, didn't get there though in 9th. Flash in 10th. We wait to see how this battle getting on, and there it is in the background is Unforgiven, who's still there. In 11th is going to hold off A2, he is, so it's Unforgiven in 11th, A2 in 12th. So there's your race 1 of the multi-class championship, and catch me again soon for race 2, and I'll see you then.